As you've probably known, we live in the third dimension. If you want proof, just look around you. You will only ever be able to create 3 different axes, no matter what you do. But why? What happened when the universe was created that caused such a limit to be placed? Well, our current theory is that we live in a 3D brain, or a membrane which has 3 dimensions. Like how everything in a membrane is confined to its 2D surface, everything in a 3D brain is confined to its 3D space. But why do we live inside this 3D brain? Well, when the Big Bang occurred, along with other particles being created, at least 2 brains were formed into existence. Why I am saying this is because there had to have been at least 2 brains so that they could collide and form other ones. These brains could have been in any dimension that brains can be in, from 0 to 10, since in string theory, the theory most likely to be true, the highest dimension is 10. They continued colliding with each other, until eventually they formed a 3D brain which began rapidly inflating. All the space outside of that 3D brain has since remained very small and unnoticeable, which is why we call them curled up. But why exactly did all the brains end up becoming 3-dimensional? Well, 3D and 7D brains have a harder time than other brains at colliding and annihilating, due to their properties. But because gravity decreases exponentially as dimensions increase, as shown in this equation, 3D brains are much more likely to evolve conscious life forms like us than 7D brains. In a 7D universe, only objects that are extremely close to one another could form orbits and planetary systems, because instead of being divided by the distance squared, it is divided by the distance to the 6th. So, the reason why we are living in a 3-dimensional brain, and not any other, is purely due to chance. There have likely been previous universes, which have not contained any life forms, that found inflation in different dimensional brains, but 3D brains just so happen to be the most stable for life forms. So yeah, that is it for today's video, and sorry if it is a bit shorter than usual. See you next week, and bye.